Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time here. My name is Jess. I upload videos once a week, usually bookish content with a little bit of lifestyle thrown in as well, and I thought that I would film a reading vlog. Now, I may or may not have put this reading vlog up, but I have just finished filming a reading vlog where I read the first book in the Bridgerton series, The Duke and I, which was an absolute disappointment. Not going to talk too much more about it, but basically that reading vlog just did not turn out with the vibes that I was expecting, so I thought that I would film a cozy reading vlog instead, and I picked up and carried on because I had read 30 pages of this before I put this down to pick up The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. I carried on with my reading of Away with the Penguins by Hazel Pryor, and this is giving me all the right kind of vibes for a cozy reading vlog. So the basic premise of this is that we are following Veronica McCready, a lady in her 80s who has amassed a small fortune and that she knows of. She has no living family, and so she's looking for a cause to donate her money to, and she gets it into her head that she's going to go off to Antarctica and visit a penguin conservation project and donate her money to that. And then it turns out that she has a grandson, but there's some kind of muddled history there that we begin to uncover. It's very, very sweet. It's very enjoyable. Veronica McCready is very abrupt and to the point, and she knows what she's about, and she doesn't take any prisoners, and I am so here for it. It's just so good. So I'm just over 100 pages in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Really wish in many respects that I hadn't put this down and picked up The Duke and I, but we will say no more about that. What's done is done. So yeah, these are my reading plans. I am actually flying through this, so whether I get to the end of this and then pick something else up in this reading vlog, I don't know, but certainly this is plan number one, to read and get through this. So get through, it's not going to be a slog I don't think, but to read this. So yeah, if you would like to join me on my reading vlog, I'll try and give you all the cozy vibes that I can, because I really think that we need it at the moment. But it is Wednesday. I was on a very long work Zoom call this morning, then I had to go into the office, thanks Boris, and now I'm home. I'm going to have a little bit of a break, then I need to get the kids from school. They have a key worker place because of my job, even though the UK is in national lockdown, but I'm trying to only send them in one day a week and just to work at home and work around them. So I probably will dip in and out of work for the rest of the afternoon, but certainly this evening I will go back into my reading of Away with the Penguins. So I will check in with you all later. I realise that it looks like I haven't moved, but I honestly have. I went to pick up the kids, obviously, and then I did a load of work this afternoon as well. I find myself in a terribly bad mood, and I don't know why. Anyway, I did also do some reading, so I am 165 pages into Away with the Penguins now. As I predicted, we are jumping back into Veronica's history and understanding what has gone on. Don't want to say too much because I don't want it to be really spoilery, but basically she sent a box to her grandson. Her grandson didn't make a very good impression on her to start with. She didn't know he existed, then she found him and he didn't make a very good impression, but before she went to Antarctica on her penguin adventure, she sent a locked box to her grandson, and then while she was out there she emailed him the code for the padlock, so he has just opened that and found some diaries. And so we are going back into now Veronica's history, and there's quite a stark difference between her character in the diaries to how she is now, and I'm guessing that we're going to uncover that something has happened to her that has caused her to have this kind of mistrust of people and to not really want to attach herself to people, which is very much how she comes across. She's very cut off and closed and not really interested in other people. So I read up to page 165 and then my mood just really soured. I don't know if you ever have this, but I felt quite melancholic yesterday. I don't think it's to do with The Duke and I and Bridgerton and all that mess. I don't think so, but yeah, my mood just went downhill. So I thought, I don't want to spoil this book, which I really get the vibe that it's going to be a heartwarming read. I thought, I don't want to spoil this book by continuing to read it when I'm in a bad mood. So I put it down for a little bit. And then I decided to pick up Snowdrift and Other Stories by Georgia Heyer. Not a huge short story reader, but I have been tempted just recently to kind of branch out into it. I'm not, short stories and poetry are not really, it's not really something that I would reach for, but I would like to try and branch out this year into a little bit more of that. So I'm starting with short stories. I actually bought this and intended to read it before Christmas, didn't get around to it, but I thought I'll just dip my toe in. So I've read the first one, which was Snowdrift. Georgia Heyer I have never read or heard of, but apparently she was a Regency romance writer as well. Coincidence? But Snowdrift wasn't about that. So yeah, so I just read a short story from this. I'm making some dinner now, and then I think I'm going to have a bath. I think I'm going to have a bath and then go back into Away with the Penguins and see if I can't lift my foul mood somehow. Oh, why does that look like it's got greasy fingerprints on the front? I don't think it's from my fingers. Yeah, I'm going to use one of my Lush bubble bars, I think, and read and try and get out of my vile mood. And if I can't, then I'll probably not read once I get out of the bath, but just binge watch something on Netflix, because such is life. But yeah, that's kind of a little reading update, a little me update. I do think my bad mood possibly has something to do with the fact that I had to go into work today, and not that I don't want to go into the office, but I am also enjoying the opportunity to be at home with the kids, which is something that I felt very strongly that I missed out on in March. And I carried a whole lot of mum guilt about the fact that I had to keep sending them to school because of my job. And so I was kind of like selfishly, I guess, looking forward to being at home with them, and then I had to go in, and that's probably part of it. And obviously I have to commute there, to drive there and then drive back, and it just eats into my day, so I don't feel like I've achieved as much of my work. And anyway, tomorrow is my day off, so if I don't read much of this today or this other one, then I will certainly get some reading done tomorrow, and I would hope to be in a much improved mood tomorrow, but we shall see. Right now I'm going to go and make some dinner for everybody, and then just chill. So you may not see my face again today. I normally look a hot mess when I get out of the bath, so yeah, you probably won't see my face again today, so I will see you all tomorrow. Good morning from the bedroom. I don't normally do early morning shots like this because nobody needs to see this, let's be honest, but I have basically spent the last couple of hours reading. It's just after 8 o'clock, so I do need to get up, but the temptation to carry on reading is really real because I am so close to the end, and it is so good, and it is so lovely, and it is so heartwarming. James brought me a cup of tea just before he left for work after 6, and I've basically just been reading since then. Eli has got up really early and done all his schoolwork, so I actually need to get up and check what on earth he's done, because he's telling me that he is finished for the day. Don't quite believe him, but today is actually my day off. I will check my emails because everything's just blowing up at the moment, but yeah, I need to get up and like get myself together. But this is just so lovely and so good, and I'm so pleased that I picked it up, and I am very tempted to just stay in bed for an hour more and finish it, but that's just not, it's not good, is it? I need to get up. welcome back to Cooking with Jess. On the menu tonight, if you are interested, we have chicken curry. But I just wanted to do a little reading update because I have not long finished Away with the Penguins, and I just wanted to come on and say, while I'm still feeling it, that it is just a very wonderful, heartwarming, life-affirming story. And I'm very, very glad that I read it, and I definitely wish that I'd continued reading it instead of reading The Duke and I, although I did have to obviously satisfy my curiosity with that book. But it just is, I almost don't want to say too much because I feel like it would ruin the journey that you get to go on when you read it, but it's just such a wonderful book. What's the matter, Eli? No, I'm filming a vlog. Not practicing lines for anything. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but it is just Veronica McCready as a protagonist and the journey that she goes on and the other characters that you meet, not to mention the penguins. It just is a really, yeah, it's a really cozy, heartwarming read, and I would thoroughly recommend it. And now I have two choices because I'm actually reading a lot faster than I thought that I would in January, and my plan had been to pick up my book club's book next, which is An Enchantment of Ravens, but it's actually pretty short, and there's still a couple of weeks left of January before we have the discussion at the end of the month. So my plan had been to pick up An Enchantment of Ravens and then to read the final book in the Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne, which is Wrath, which is about 800 pages. But I feel like I might be able to squeeze another book in. So I've pulled two off my shelf, which you will have seen. So obviously we have An Enchantment of Ravens, but I do also want to read The 10,000 Doors of January by Alex E. Harrow, and I do feel like I might be able to get this read in a couple of days and then go on to this one and then go on to Wrath. Decisions. I'm not sure. Wrath is so big that I don't want to wait too long because I would like to get it finished and ticked off in January. So I don't want to leave it too late. Also don't want to read it before An Enchantment of Ravens in case I don't get it finished, and then I do need to read my book club book before the end of the month. I don't know. We shall have to see, but right now I'm making dinner. So that is what I'm going to concentrate on doing. I have decided to read The 10,000 Doors of January. I just started it whilst I was waiting for the dinner to cook, so I'm 21 pages in, and I'm getting a good feeling about it. The writing style and the pace, it's a little bit different to the last two books that I've read, so I think it's going to take me a little bit longer to kind of get into it. Never read anything by Alex Harrow before, so it's a writing style that is new to me. It's a concept and a story that is new, but basically we are following a young girl called January, who is a ward of a gentleman called Mr. Locke, and right at the beginning she has discovered a door in the middle of a field, and she's gone through and uncovered a world, but she didn't go in and explore the world. She came back and she tried to tell Mr. Locke about it, and he didn't believe her, and he basically told her that she needed to behave herself. And Mr. Locke is a curator of wonders, basically. So January's father works for Mr. Locke and goes all around the world trying to collect these treasures and these archaeological even wonders, and bringing them back, and January stays with Mr. Locke while he does this. As I say, I'm only 20 pages in, so the story has barely begun, but that is kind of the scene that has been set for us. And so basically when she tells Mr. Locke that she's found this door, he doesn't believe her, and he tells her that she's been taken to flights of fancy, and he removes everything of colour and stimulation from her room and tells her that she needs to grow up. And then the very last bit of the first chapter that I've just read, it said she did just that until she's turned 17 and found the 10,000 doors, and now I think the story is about to begin. So very much looking forward to seeing what it's about. I really don't know that much, sorry. It's the dog's mad time, so they're going to start running and barking. So yeah, I am going to press pause on this now because I need to serve the dinner. James is going to be late tonight. Massive eye roll there, Jess. James is going to be late tonight, which I didn't know, but I'm going to serve the dinner anyway. But I'll try and do some more reading this evening. I don't really have anything else that I want to do. Nothing that I really want to watch. So yeah, and my interest is piqued. I want to see where we're going to go and really try and get into the story. But as I said, right now, dogs are going to start making a right racket in a minute, so I will go. You'll have to excuse the fact that this is my phone rather than my camera. My camera's upstairs. I was just doing some housework, but I remembered that I'd had a comment on my last reading vlog asking about Loki and how he was getting on. So here he is. As you can see, he is keeping watch out of the window for us. He will be 1 in a couple of weeks. He's just living his best puppy life. He is lively, he's naughty, he is enthusiastic, he is fluffy. We call him our teddy bear dog because he's just so fluffy. Aren't you, Lokes? What are you doing? Are you watching for us? You're watching for your daddy, aren't you, because he's not here. So yeah, just busy being a pup. I'm sitting on the floor because I wanted to do an update, but when I was sitting in the armchair, the lighting is just absolutely shocking. It's just miserable in the northwest. It seems like pretty much everyone else in England has got these gorgeous snowy days, and it has just rained non-stop in the northwest. I'm thoroughly disappointed. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to do a quick update on the 10,000 Doors of January. I didn't really film all that much yesterday. I was pretty much in work from 9 until the evening, and I was so tired when I got home, but I did do a little bit of reading before I went to bed. So I'm just under 130 pages in now. This morning I have done the boring chores and housework that is required, and I'm actually not going to sit and read for too long because I do have to go and do some more tidying up, because we are hopefully going to be getting some work done on our room. We're hoping to get an ensuite built in the next couple of weeks. It's now, bar the hallway and the bathroom, is the only room in the house that hasn't been done. So hopefully we're going to be able to do some work on that, which is very exciting, isn't it? But I do need to go and basically sort out the hot mess that is our room, because we've got a plumber coming in on Monday. Regardless, so the book, it is an interesting concept. I'm enjoying it very much. It's an interesting concept in that we are following the story of our protagonist January, who has just turned, at the point that I'm at, she is either 17 or 19, and I can't remember, I'm sorry, but so we're following her story, but we're also reading excerpts from a book that she has found called 10,000 Doors. So we're reading 2 different stories within one story, which is quite interesting, and it's all focused around this concept of doors, the doors being portals, or almost, where you can step through into other worlds. And so when January is very small, she has a brief encounter with one of these doors, and she tells Mr. Locke, who, I think I mentioned, Mr. Locke is her father's employer, and she lives with him whilst her father goes off travelling and searching for unique artifacts to bring back for Mr. Locke. So January stays with Mr. Locke. She tells him about this encounter, and he kind of shuts it down, and she puts it out of her mind. But through finding the book 10,000 Doors and through other things that are going on, she's sort of beginning to realise that maybe these this idea of doors and other worlds existing is perhaps true. And it's a similar sort of concept to the likes of Narnia, you know, where the kids go through the back of the wardrobe and they fall into the world of Narnia. It's that kind of concept. So it's very interesting. The writing style is taking me a little bit of time to get used to. It's very descriptive, and almost like a little bit heavy and over the top, so it's taken me quite a while to get into it, but as I say, I'm only 130 pages in, so I'm sure once I get a little bit further and I get used to it and get into the story a little bit more, it'll flow a little bit easier, but definitely enjoying it. I'm going to do a little bit of reading now, and then as I said, I've got a few other things to do, but I'm sure that I will update you in a little while. And we come full circle and end up back in my study. So it's actually Monday today. I didn't do any filming yesterday because I got myself in a little bit of a sorting out tiz, I guess. I don't know. We basically just ended up like emptying and deep cleaning most of the rooms and throwing away a load of crap that we have managed to accumulate. But by the late afternoon, I just looked a hot mess. So I didn't film anything, which is not good, I know, for a reading vlog, because I did actually do a ton of reading and I only have about 50 pages left. So I think I was on 130 pages when I last updated you, and now I only have about 50 pages. It is very, very good. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I am actually going to end the vlog here. But honestly, I can't see that my star rating is going to change. It did, as I said, take me a while to get into the writing style and the language. The prose is very flowery and over the top and descriptive, but once I was into it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. There were a couple of twists that I guessed. I thought, oh, I bet this is what it is, but it didn't make it any less enjoyable, and I'm very, very keen to see how the book is going to end now. I'm working from home today, so I do need to go to work, basically. Need to start working, but I am planning on doing some more reading. But I thought that I would end the vlog here. I might film another reading vlog later in the week. I'm kind of in the vibe, in the zone of doing it. So yeah, I might do another one, but I will not, obviously I will have finished this before then. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Watch out for my wrap up of that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I hope that you are all keeping well, and I will see you all soon.